Hi guys, I just really quickly wanted to touch base with you. I had cash dividends on your quiz because I had no questions on them. If you have any issues with any of the material, please reach out to me in any way. Don't struggle with it. Do not struggle with it. I can set up a Zoom meeting. I can go over more examples. I have no problem. So for today, I'm going to eliminate it off of your test. It's already there on your test. If you did it and you did it successfully, I will give you extra bonus points for it. So don't think it was work gone to waste. So again, cash dividends in your textbook, I'm looking down here because your textbook is in front of me, is on page 510, 511, 512. And they show you an example of the journal entry. But again, let's go back to, I have an example up here on the board. So I quickly want to go over another example of this. And again, if you're struggling in any way, let me know. So I have up here, Chantel Enterprises has 190,000 shares authorized of common stock with 150 shares issued and outstanding for the year 2018. So this is our setup here. And then we have each one of these journal entries, and you probably can't see them all together, but I will put it on your canvas for you to follow along with. So June 1st, we declared a cash dividend of 26 cents per share. June 15th, we compiled the list of shareholders. July 2nd, we paid the dividend declared. We paid this dividend. And then December 1st, we declared another cash dividend of 49 cents per share. So again, if you go to page 510, 511, and 512, you're going to see all three journal entries as they are supposed to be. On your tests and your final exam, I put 5 on there simply because I repeat. I go over the process again. But let's take this problem and break it down for another quick example. So first we have to determine what number we're supposed to be using here. So if you looked at the video of authorized, issued, and outstanding, and we talked about it in an example, I don't care about your authorized. That is just an arbitrary amount out there. What I care about is your shares issued and outstanding. That is the number you're going to use. So you're going to take that 150,000 and you are going to multiply it by the cost per share, the cash dividend declared per share. So if we do that 150,000 times 0.26, according to the math, it is 39. Oops, and I did that like terribly. It is 39,000, and that is the number that we use for all three journal entries for this particular cash dividend. So we would set up the actual June 1st, set up the journal entry. It would be June 1st. If you look at your textbook, this entry for declaration of dividend is on page 511. You're literally going to put dividend for the cash dividends themselves. And then if you look at it, you're creating an IOU. You're creating a liability, right? So dividends payable. You have your amount, 39,000, 39,000. Put something like to record declaration of dividend. That is your journal entry. Just copy exactly the yellow space on page 511. And then it says our next one, June 15th, we compiled the list of shareholders. If you look at that, that's on the top of page 512. It simply is, and again, if you look back at the video that I shared, you'd put in June 15th, but all they're doing here is your administrative team is going out and finding who we're paying these dividends to. So they're just doing behind the scenes work, and the journal entry is literally nothing. It's a no entry, and that is clearly listed on page 512. So let's go to the fourth one here. The fourth one says, now we're going to pay that dividend. So again, we have a dividend payable here. Remember when we close journal entries, you have to do the opposite of it. So it's a credit here, so we have to debit it. So debit, dividend, payable. And again, you don't have to memorize these. This one is also on page 512, right below the no entry one. All you're doing is reversing the payable. So you're putting dividends payable, and we always pay everything with cash. Same amount, 39,000, 39,000, paid dividend. And that's it for all 3 of them. We have a 4th one here because we reset the cycle again, like you do in your test and your final exam. So here you have your declaration date, which is I owe my shareholders or my stockholders a dividend. So this is an IOU. We record that. The second one we have to record as a no entry because all we're doing is really going out and finding who we owe this money to. And then we're finally paying it. So we're wiping out that payable, that IOU, that liability, and paying it with cash. That's all we're doing in these cash dividends. So let's do the last one. It says December 1st. So December 1st, we're literally taking declared a cash dividend of 49 cents per share. So now we have to go back up here again, 150,000 times 0.49. So that comes to 73,500. So we would do the same journal entry again. Dividend and dividend payable, which is an IOU, which is a liability. And there's your amount, 73,500, 73,500. And to declare dividend. Again, I'm going to take these off of your test, but we are going to test on them. They are on your final exam. So if you are still not understanding them, if you've read over the chapter, if you've looked over the PowerPoint and you've looked over the videos and you still don't understand, don't struggle with it. Call me, text me, email me, do whatever you can, and I will go over it as many times as necessary, as many times as you need. That is cash dividends, and as difficult as it is, I will see you guys soon. Bye. Stay safe.